And welcome back to Deep Rock Sports Extra. And joining me now in studio is fourth-year head coach Shupe. And Coach, always good to see you, and appreciate you coming in again. And let's recap a little bit. Go right into last week. Cleveland, 35-7, pretty decisive win. You kind of call off the pack about halftime, probably. But let's have some of your thoughts of last week's game.
We really felt going in that Cleveland was really strong up front on both sides of the ball. And we knew, the more we watched film, we felt that they were really coached up well on some things. So as the week went along, I really felt good about our game plan to try to use some of their schemes against themselves. Because they got some real good rules that they use, so we tried to use some of the rules against them.
Give us an example of that.
Okay, for instance, their defensive ends do a tremendous job. We run counter. Everybody knows when they play Cushing, we're going to run counter. It's what we do. We hang our hat on it. So they do a tremendous job of not letting us create gaps to run through, so they will have D linemen wrong arm and close those gaps. So sometimes you have to go outside, and we don't like that. And that's the way you defeat counter. So we prepare for that. But we put some read plays in where we'd have that guy go down, and then we'd hand it and get outside just because we knew exactly how they were going to play it. And then we knew, too, the very first touchdown play, we put in QB read stuff, not block that guy, because he's used to getting his hands on people. And then, so he went out for the fake, and then Ian kept it and scored. And we really felt like just had a good scheme. Coach Bull does a tremendous job. Him and Coach Moore come up with the offensive game plan. And then I was I'm so impressed with our defensive staff. But last weekend was really one of the moments that you think, my gosh, these guys really know, because they had not ran any option. And Coach Hancock said, we're going to take away their zone, and their next option or their next solution, they're going to run option. So we will prepare for that, but we're going to wait for it until they do it, and then we'll throw some wrinkles at them. And, of course, being the head coach, the smart guy, I said, well, they don't even do that. And he said, well, they will.
They will.
And I said, it's
coming.
And for them to be on top of it like that just is tremendous, and put the kids in a position to succeed is just – and our kids executed the game plan, but I felt just all three phases, just schematically, the kids went out and executed a game plan that the coaches prepared.
Yeah.
And just very impressed.
Well, in our earlier segment, I had to give the MVP basically to the defense. I thought they just did a tremendous job shutting everything down. Like you say, it's all about reading the schemes and the options and knowing how to execute that.
Yeah, it's really and we started slow on Monday, but I felt like Coach Hancock did a good job of getting those guys going. And Tuesday and Wednesday were just tremendous football practices for our defense. And we feel like on the edge, we challenged our edge guys to tackle well in space, and I thought we tackled extremely well in space. We missed some tackles, but I thought for the most part we tackled well. I thought we were physical. They're a spread team, and they try to spread you out, but I thought we were physical when we got to them. And I really think the receivers were thinking about those hits because they were dropping some balls, but I mean, we were putting our pads on them.
Let me go back to what you mentioned about practice. Is there a point in practice where you think, oh, they've got it, this is going to be good?
Yeah, I feel like Monday, it's like the classroom, the way we set up our system. We feel like Monday's our learning day, our lecture day, and then we transition onto the field. And that's really a slower day for us. It's really hard for kids to transition from about an hour lecture type setup that we do to get out there and do it physically. And that's something that I've grown accustomed to. The older I get, the more relaxed I am on Mondays. That's just how it's going to be. Because when a teacher gives a lecture, they don't know the material, they're just learning it. So the next couple of days is when they'll know it. And then I'll be honest, about Tuesday, about halfway through, body language tells me a lot. And then truly on Wednesday, maybe
some sign
about
of
the first quarter of practice, how we get through stunt period, and then how we do inside run. At that point, I feel really good. And I felt real good about us most weeks since I've been here. Once the first group, the Brock Hubbles, the Dawson Myers, all them bought into how we practice. And this week we felt really good. I know we lost to Berry Hill. I felt really good after that practice, hey, we have a shot to go compete with those guys.
So your practice is pretty systematic from week to week. Everything that you're doing there. Does a Thursday game throw you off? I mean, you got one coming up.
It doesn't have to, because it's late enough in the year that we can go straight into a scouting report, into an offensive practice, and we're fine. We always have to have 1 day offense, 1 day defense, with team on both, and some special teams. We have 2 special teams a day. But really, truly, we joke as a coaching staff, I've always got them a script or a schedule, and they don't need it. because certain times I blow the whistle, then coaches already know and the kids know they're running to the next drill. And we kind of joke about that. We should one day throw a curveball on them and do something different, just to joke with the kids. Because we joke, the kids are creatures of habit, just like us.
That Pavlov's theory.
Hey, we've joked there would be certain kids that would get mad, and that's not how we do it. So we feel real good about, and it all started way back when how do we make this program better? And it's just been a tremendous, to me, an entire change, a culture change. Because the other night, we joked, we started with 20-some people, and then you guys are there before the game. We've got music, we've got tailgating, we've got a sideline full of 60 guys. We're taking 3 buses, and then the band and cheerleaders bring buses. I mean, there's people everywhere, and I feel like we just kind of make ourselves welcome and go play a good football game.
A very exciting game. Congratulations on a great victory. Let's move on now to next week. Highway 33 Throwdown, we've kind of coined that, you know, and that's kind of a cool thing for us. And Perkins puts up a lot of different things. We've talked about this before, new coach, their new program over there. They're getting the coaches trying to get the kids buy into what they're running over there as well. And always look for it to be a tough game.
Oh, it's going to be tough. And you can throw, we're both sitting there 2-1, but it really doesn't matter. We're all 0-0 now with district play. Coach Williams and his staff do a tremendous job. Those kids have already bought in. They won a real good game over at Claremore Sequoia. They got after McLeod real well, and we know they're going to be ready to play. Number 28 is going to be the best running back we've seen this year. He breaks more tackles than anyone I've seen on film in a long, long time. So got to rally to the ball, get him to the ground, and then continue to clean things up offensively so we can keep running at a pace that we're comfortable with.
The quarterback this year, is Shelby Reese, did he graduate?
He graduated, but Bledsoe kid's back in there. So we actually faced him 2 years ago as a sophomore.
Okay.
And then obviously Reese played last year, but Bledsoe was on the team.
Yeah.
He was there too. So does a good job. They throw the ball around. He throws it. It's no more wishbone. Everybody that goes and expects the wishbone, they're not going to see it. He throws the ball really well. They've got some good receivers. It's just Perkins is always going to play tough. It doesn't matter. They graduate a lot of kids just like us, so we've had some real good JV games with them, and we feel like those are the kids playing now. So.
Well, it should be a great game as we it'd be a 7 o'clock kickoff again.
Yes, and I love the 7. I don't know about you, but
after
a couple of times I was looking at my clock like 7:12. We could be playing right now.
Absolutely.
What you guys think of the sprinklers at homecoming, huh? What'd you think? Those are good stuff. I mean, it was a great night. It was
perfect night. Weather was great. Good atmosphere.
Entertaining there.
Yeah, well, a lot better than it has been for us at Cleveland in the past. With some of the things that have happened there before.
Yes.
But let's go back and talk just a little bit as we kind of wrap this up, and because I think this really means a lot to you and where you've seen this program evolve and come to, and some of the things that we've talked a little bit about off camera a little bit, but it's really exciting.
Yeah, when I interviewed with those guys, when you interview, everybody's excited that day, right? Hey, we want you to take the job. These are things that we can do. And to actually see it come through, because as soon as you accept the job, all the good stuff's out. It's,
pressure's on.
We got to start winning.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
Yeah.
What's the plan? And you joke like, I don't even know the kids yet. So just tremendous, because the community support's been incredible. The parents have bought into what we're telling their kids. We've got a new facility being built as we speak. The crowds are tremendous. Tigertron, the donation of the scoreboard. To be honest with you, we've exceeded expectations. It's gone a lot faster than I would have thought. And just so thankful that the good Lord put us here.
Well, and we're in a different district this time. Some of the things that have been, Kingfisher gets upset against Tennessee. Bristow beats Manford, which that was probably more surprising to me looking back at the scores of the district the past week. I was thinking maybe Manford was making some strides there.
I know Bristow played Stroud pretty tough, and schematically Bristow, he does a good job. They do some really good things to make it tough on you, and we feel like that young quarterback's going to be really good. So we know we'll have our hands full with them. But really, what I've come to this conclusion when you're dealing with kids, just whatever happens, you should expect it, because the unexpected is going to happen. When you're dealing with 16, 17-year-olds. So, no, it's an exciting time, and we're excited.
Well, again, I said the defense, going back to the game a little bit, the defense really played well.
Mm-hmm.
You expect them to be that confident. I ain't actually in predictions. I'm predicting a shutout against Perkins. So I mean, Coach Hancock's going to have to really,
he's got to
need to let him know that.
If you watch tape, number 28 is really good, and their quarterback's really good. I mean, he breaks tackles that kids shouldn't break, and he just continues to pound. He reminds me a lot of Gage. In the way that he runs, it's physical, and he just pounds.
Our secondary, though, has improved. I think they've made a lot of improvement, too, even from scrimmages early on.
Yes, I thought they played extremely well the other night. I think they're physical. I think they're getting more physical. But we feel like the defense is our strength right now. I feel like our kicking game really played well the other night.
Yeah.
And that's something that we had to shore up. Our coverage units have been really good. Knock on wood, we want them to continue to do that. But we feel like all three phases we're getting better, and we just got to continue to work.
Yeah. Well, it'll be an exciting game. And again, we're traveling to Perkins. We expect our crowd to be there. Quarterback club, I'm not sure. They'll probably be tailgating again out in the parking lot. You have to walk around the field to get there, so we may be on the home side tailgating.
We hope people come out to that, because I know it's a little early, but it means a lot to the kids. When they come out to warm-ups and they see all those fans already in the parking lot, it really means a lot.
Yeah. Well, it'll be fun. It'll be a great game. Again, Perkins, Highway 33 throwdown, and game time at 7 o'clock. RDMG TV will be there to bring you Tiger football live. And Coach, it's been great to have you back in studio. Next week, we're expecting an expanded version and a lot more fun as we get back with Perkins. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up. This has been the Shupe Scoop here on the Deep Rock Sports Extra. We'll see you next time.